All right, everyone. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I see some folks joining in and accessing the room. So I will just start out with a few housekeeping reminders before we get started here on tonight's webinar. And just a few reminders for folks who may have not joined us previously and are eager to ask the questions for our university representatives here tonight. So how do I ask the questions is an important topic of tonight's activity or webinar. So the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen will allow you to ask any questions that you may have to either an individual institution or representative, as well as a general question if you have those that we can answer and facilitate throughout the duration of tonight's webinar. There will be more sessions coming up within the next coming weeks, as well as we go into the summer term and as we start looking for universities for the fall and into next year. So please be sure to watch the event page for our next events via StriveScan. And then finally, a recording will be available within the next few days on the StriveScan event site that you registered for tonight's event. So without further ado, I will pass it over to our first presenter and allow her to share a little bit more about her institution. And I will be here to answer any questions via the chat box if you have any.
Okay, first of all, hello everyone, and welcome to Anglia Ruskin University. So my name is Nilza. Today I'll be sharing a little bit about Anglia Ruskin University. So ARU, it's all about the students. We care about students. We want to make sure that you have the best student experience while you are studying with us. A good thing of studying in the UK is that you can complete your degree in 3 years. Why ARU, you ask? So ARU is ranked among the best. We are one of the top 350 universities in the world and top 50 in the UK. We were founded in 1858 as the Cambridge School of Arts, and the university now offers a range of degrees, and we have over 250 degrees. We are a vibrant, inclusive, and multicultural campus university. We are one of the 20 global rising stars in the global higher education excellence. We have invested over 115 million in our technology and equipment. We have teaching excellence in the top 250 universities in Europe for teaching. So we have 2 locations. So we have a campus in Cambridge, which is 50 minutes away from London King's Cross, and another campus in Chelmsford, which is 35 minutes away from London Liverpool Street. So Cambridge is renowned as a center of learning since the 13th century. It is known worldwide for its history, its architecture, and its cultural appeal. We are a vibrant city with a range of activities going on in the town. We have many students from all over the world, and Cambridge is one of the top 10 safest cities in the United Kingdom. So it's not only about the beauty of the city, it's also about your safety. So we have another campus in Chelmsford, which is a smaller city, but still very vibrant and very lovely. And it's a very green city. And this was one of the first Roman settlements in Britain. It was also the birthplace of radio. This city is close to London, but it's very affordable. So in this slide, you can see some of the subjects that we offer at our university. So you have from business and law to health, education and medicine. You have science, you have engineering, and you have art as well. In terms of employability, ARU is ranked 5th in the country for UK graduates in employment for further studies. After 15 months of graduation, we have internships and paid placements. We have the home of computing and computer gaming in Cambridge. We have a high employment rate and it's easy to find a part-time job work while you study as well. In terms of student experience, so we have in our university foundation integrated year for students who cannot achieve the first year direct entry and who need extra support. We are here to help. We have a welcome buddy scheme for you to interact with current students. We have international airport pickup and international orientation for international students. We have 120 different societies, sports club, We are basically a very multicultural university. We have an active students union who is basically engaging with students every day, and they try to make the best of your experience. And we have also study abroad experiences. In terms of the entry requirements, I'm gonna just go through this very quickly in this slide. So we have 3 entry points. We have a 4 years with a foundation year, which it's a foundation year and then 3 years of study. We have 3-year first year integrated, which is for students who need extra support in the first year. So they enter directly into first year, but then they will have extra support from ARU College. The fees go from 11,600 to 19,000. It will depend on the course. However, you can use the US federal direct loan or some other loans from the US, and you can still study with us and have these funds available. So how to apply, you ask? So we have here the links for to apply to both ARU College and ARU. Just to give you a brief explanation, ARU College is a college within ARU. We are based in the university, and all the students that study at ARU College, they basically have an ARU student experience from the first year. If you'd like to ask any questions, please feel free to email us and we'll be here to help.
Awesome, thank you. And we will pass it over to our next presenter from the University of Essex.
Great, thank you. I'll just begin by sharing my screen. Hopefully you can all see that. So hi everyone, my name is Emma and I work in the marketing and student recruitment team at the University of Essex, specifically for North America. So I have about 6 minutes to speak with you. So to keep this nice and simple, I've put together 6 of my favourite things about Essex. So the first thing is location. So you can see on that map there to the right of your screen, we are located in the southeast of the UK, just above London. We have 3 campuses in Colchester, Southend and Loughton, and that aerial shot there at the bottom is an image of our Colchester campus. So our Colchester campus is the largest of our 3 campuses and sits on 200 acres of beautiful award-winning parkland. Our other 2 campuses are in Southend and Loughton, and one of the best things about our location is that we are within really easy reach of London. So if you're wanting to make the most of London, it is a fantastic city, but it is very expensive. So our campuses are less than an hour away, so you really notice a difference in prices as soon as you're that little bit outside of London. We're also surrounded by some international airports, so if you're wanting to get a really European experience and travel whilst you're studying, then you're able to do that really easily as we're surrounded by airports. A fun fact about Colchester, so it is the UK's oldest recorded town, so there's some really beautiful Roman architecture. You can see in that picture to the left of the map, the picture of Castle Park. And in Essex, we actually have some of the UK's best weather. So we're not really known for our glorious sunshine, but where we're located just in the southeast, we do have some pretty sunny days and some of the lowest amount of rainfall, so some dry days too. And as you can see where we're located, we're close to the coast, we're close to the city of London, we're surrounded by some really beautiful countryside, so it really does have a mix of everything where we're located. Okay, so next up is academic teaching. In 2018, we were awarded University of the Year by the Times Higher Education Awards, and in the higher education sort of circle, it's kind of like the equivalent to the Oscars. So it was something we were incredibly proud of, particularly because we were recognised for really putting students first. We're gold rated in the Teaching Excellence Framework, so that is the highest accolade and a testament to the quality of our teaching. We are top 25 for research quality, so at Essex we are a research-led university and we're recognised for the quality of that research. We are a university that's well known for our social sciences, so in particular politics, sociology, international relations, criminology, these are 6 subjects that we're consistently well ranked for, and our business school, Essex Business School, is in the top 2% worldwide. We have a really interdisciplinary approach to our teaching as well. So what that means to you is when you're choosing which subject it is that you're wanting to study, it's possible that you'll be able to pick different classes or modules across different departments. So it really enables you to shape the degree around your interests. And we have a huge wide range of subjects, which I definitely don't have time to go into now, but at the link there is a link which will take you to our subjects for you to browse in more detail. So next is student life. We have over 160 different sports clubs and societies at Essex, so I'm sure that there would definitely be something that would take your interest. We guarantee on-campus accommodation for first-year students, so you would live on campus. Our Colchester campus, which is the largest, has kind of like a mini city vibe where you would be living on campus. We have all sorts of facilities that you can take advantage of, sports facilities, cinema, theatre, or your academic facilities would be on campus as well. And we're actually recognised for the fact that we're 7th for spend on services and facilities per student. So we're pumping money back into our campuses and facilities for students to take advantage of. A couple of examples are our brand new sports arena and a new STEM centre on campus too. So cost effective, that's the 4th reason. As mentioned in the previous presentation, degrees in England are 3 years. So already that's 1 whole year's worth of fees that you don't have to pay for. So you're only paying for 3 years worth of tuition fees. Our fees at Essex are really competitive. They vary from course to course, but approximately 16.5 to just under £20,000 per academic year. And we have some really competitive scholarships as well. So our America's Regional Scholarship is worth £3,000 towards your tuition. We've got a number of great sports scholarships as well. So if you're a talented athlete, then a sports scholarship might be possible for you. And we've got an IB Excellence Scholarship, which is automatic and based on merit. And we're FAFSA accredited. So if you're wondering how you might be able to fund your studies in the UK, you can use federal aid at Essex. Okay, so employability. We have some really great employability opportunities at Essex, including placement year opportunities. So if you're particularly career orientated, then a placement year could be a good option for you. You would do your placement year in your 3rd year. So 1st and 2nd year at university, then your placement year, and then you would come back and do your final year of study. This would take 4 years, but you wouldn't be paying for 4 years worth of fees. In fact, placement years are often really well paid. 91% of our undergraduate students are in employment or further study, so that's a really high percentage of students that have either gone into a job or they've decided to continue with their studies. Employability modules are built into your undergraduate degrees, and you have all sorts of workshops like skills and CV workshops whilst you're studying at Essex, and there are networking and career events as well. We also have a Languages for All programme, which if you're wanting to learn a language completely for free alongside your degree, then it's a really good opportunity. And the last reason that Essex is a really great university is just how international the university is. So we're 4th in the UK for international outlook. It's not just our students that are from all over the world, it's our staff, and we also have a really international curriculum too. 15,000 plus students from over 140 nationalities are represented in Colchester, so that's almost 40% of our students that are from outside the UK. So if you study at Essex, you will study, live and work with people from all over the world. And I think I just have time to share my contact details, so if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll pass it over to our next presenter from Cardiff University.
Thank you. I'll just share my screen. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm having some trouble sharing my screen at the moment. It's not enabling me to do that. Sorry, yeah, I'm having trouble sharing my screen, so unfortunately I'm going to have to present without it, I'm afraid, without my PowerPoint. So firstly, I just wanted to introduce myself. So my name's Rachel and I'm an international officer at Cardiff University. So I'm the first point of contact for students from the US. So if you have any questions about Cardiff, please feel free to contact me. I'll put my contact details into the chat at the end of the presentation. So Cardiff is a traditional UK university. We were established in 1883, and we have we're one of the largest universities in the UK. So we have around 33,000 students, and then within that, around 8,500 are international from over 130 different countries. We also have 3 different colleges comprising of 24 different academic schools and over 300 different degree programs to choose from. So there really is something for everyone, no matter what your subject of interest is. Popular subjects with US students tend to be things like journalism and media. We have one of the best journalism schools in the UK. We also have great history and archaeology programs, biosciences, and many more as well. Similar to the presentations previously, we're based in Wales, but our degrees are also 3 years in length. It is possible to make them longer by incorporating things like a professional placement year or an integrated master's programme as well. We also guarantee accommodation for international students for every year of your degree. We're particularly well known for our research at Cardiff. So we are a member of the Russell Group. So these are the 24 leading research intensive universities in the UK. And that's a mark of quality that you can look for when you're researching UK universities. And we're currently 159th in the world. So we're recognised both internationally and within the UK as a top university. So a couple of facts I wanted to give you about Cardiff. And again, I'm sorry that I don't have any slides to show you. I'm not sure what's happening with my technical difficulties today. But as I mentioned, we are a Russell Group university. So that's something that's really important to studying at Cardiff and really underpins your studies, as research is something that filters through from the academics who are world-class kind of leading experts in the field to your studies as an undergraduate student. We also have really great facilities at Cardiff. So we have 16 libraries and you can study in any one of them, even though some of them are subject specific. And we are investing a huge amount of money into student facilities on campus. So this includes our brand new Centre for Student Life, which is due for completion this year. And this is going to be our brand new home for our Students' Union, but it's also going to have several different support services. And is a real testament to the fact that the university is committed to enhancing the student experience and not just any one particular school. As I mentioned, we have about 33,000 students from over 130 different countries, so we're a genuinely international university, and we're ranked 5th in the UK for research quality. So as I mentioned, that research is something that really, really underpins your studies. Our Students' Union is regularly voted among the top 3 in the UK and is currently 3rd overall. So this is something that is going to be really important to you when you're researching UK universities, as it's how you know what the kind of social side of your UK study is going to be like. So we have over 200 different clubs and societies, about 60 different sports teams, and again, there's something for everyone. We also have been regularly used as a film set, so you might even have seen Cardiff on TV. So we're known for things like Doctor Who, Sherlock and his Dark Materials. So they're all filmed in Cardiff and often actually filmed in Cardiff University. So even if you haven't heard of us, it's possible you might have seen us before. And it means it's not out of the question that you might see the odd celebrity running around the university. So as I mentioned, we have fantastic facilities for our students. So we have great student support services, an excellent careers service, and we are investing a huge amount of money into that currently as well. So that's something that's really important to your studies. And I had hoped to show you a picture of our Centre for Student Life, but unfortunately I can't. But there are some great images of it on our website. We're also investing a huge amount in our research as well. So we have the world's first social sciences research park that's being constructed at the moment. But one of the best things about studying at Cardiff is the actual city. So Cardiff is the capital of Wales. We're about 2 hours west of London, and we're a very international, very diverse city. Even though our population is quite small compared to somewhere like London, we have around 350,000 people. We have everything that you would expect from a modern European capital, and about 20% of the population are students. So it's a really safe, friendly environment as well, and also one of the UK's most affordable student cities. We also are really well connected, so we're about 2 hours west of London, as I mentioned, but we also have our own international airport, so it's really easy to get around and explore other parts of Europe or the UK. And we have lots of great shopping, so we have a an amazing array of Victorian and Edwardian shopping arcades, which are definitely something that draw a lot of people to visit Cardiff, as they have lots of independent shops, cafes, restaurants, and we're one of the greenest cities in the UK. So we have 330 different parks and gardens, including a really large park right next to the university that has a castle in it as well. So that castle is over 2,000 years old and is definitely somewhere that you should visit if you ever make it to Cardiff. Wales itself is a really beautiful country, so we have a huge number of kind of beautiful beaches, national parks, and we have more castles per square mile than any other country in Europe. So if you like history, again, it's a great place to visit. We also have Europe's oldest living language, which is spoken by about 20% of the population, but don't worry, because everyone speaks English, and your course would be taught in English as well. Aside from that, it's a really beautiful country to visit, and I definitely recommend making a trip here if you get the chance. So again, I'm really sorry I didn't have any slides to share with you today. I'm not quite sure what's going on with my computer, but it's just one of those things. But if you do have any questions, I'll put my email address in the chat, so please feel free to let me know if there's anything I can assist you with. Thanks.
Awesome. We'll pass it over next to the American University of Paris.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Okay, so I am Mary Catherine Knoll with the American University of Paris. I'm going to tell you a little bit about AUP today. So AUP is an American university that is located in central Paris. So basically what that means is it's going to be very similar to the structure and the academics that you would find at a school in the United States. The only difference is that we have taken it and located it right in the 7th arrondissement of Paris, which is where the Eiffel Tower is. So a very central location, absolutely fantastic. We do have a very international student body. So about 50% of our students come from the United States, about 30% come from the continent of Europe, and 20% from the rest of the world. But with that, we like to say it kind of varies a little bit because we do have students that come from very international backgrounds. We like to call our students global explorers, and basically what that means is our students are very interested in the world around them and exploring it and experiencing new things and new cultures. So with that, AUP offers a lot to satisfy what global explorers are looking for. In the classroom, you're going to have like 20 students or less per class, even in those freshman first year entry level courses. Our student faculty ratio is 9:1. So you will get a chance to know your professors really well. That's really great when it comes to letters of recommendation, but also getting to know those other students in your courses as well. All of our classes are taught in English, so you do not have to speak French to come to AUP, but a lot of our students do take advantage of the immersion opportunity, take French while they're at AUP, and then leave France either speaking it better than before or becoming fluent. We do have 26 different majors that you can choose from, and I think about 35 different minors you can pair with those as well. All of our academic programs are going to come from a global perspective. So like I talked about earlier, we're global explorers. That doesn't stop in the classroom. So in the classroom, everything's going to be from that international perspective, and it's going to apply to what you're learning inside the classroom and then also outside the classroom as well. Our campus, like I talked about, is in a very central location, right in the 7th arrondissement of Paris, so very central, right next to the Eiffel Tower. And we are located in, of course, a beautiful historic neighborhood in central Paris. We do offer study trips to kind of expand upon what you're learning about in the classroom. Right now, we're doing those within France until it is safe to travel again, but we're hoping to open those up very, very soon. It's really popular amongst our students because not only like when you're in the classroom, you're having these discussion-based courses, it's not just that lecture style, and then you get to go out with the other students in your class and get a little bit more in depth and actually see how what you're learning and discussing in the classroom applies throughout the world and in your real life. We do offer housing at AUP. It is going to be in a central location as well. We offer a couple of different styles, apartment style, suite style, residence hall style. All of those are listed on our website. So of course, if you want more information about that, you can get those over to me. But we do offer those housing options. And for first year students, it is required that you go through our AUP housing office. For the application process, you can either apply from the Common App or from our AUP website, where you can just do the AUP application. You'll submit 2 essays, your list of activities like a resume, 2 letters of recommendation, your transcripts, and we are a test optional school. So if you would like to send us your SAT or ACT scores, you can, but it is completely up to you. If you think it benefits your application, go right ahead. This is our cost of attendance chart. I'll just kind of give you a second to look that over. We've added in the cost of living so that you can kind of know what to expect when you're coming to Paris. And then to offset those costs, we do offer scholarships and financial aid through our financial aid office. So you would apply through a financial aid application, send us your FAFSA, and you would qualify for scholarships and financial aid through that application process. We have about 94% of our alumni that are employed or in graduate school within a year of graduating from AUP. 80% of our graduates do have an international element in their career, from either traveling abroad or working abroad, something like that. Like I said, we're global explorers. It doesn't stop when you graduate. That's really what we want to prepare you for at AUP, is having that international experience while you're at AUP, but also when you graduate as well, and preparing you for that. About 50% of our students do say that a professor mentored them in their career process, choosing what they wanted to do and kind of figuring out which direction they want to go after graduation. Okay, so that was just a really brief overview of everything about the American University of Paris. I will put my information in the chat as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me.
All right, awesome. Thank you. And we'll pass it over to our next presenter from Cabot University.
Thank you very much. All right, let me get my presentation going. Here we go. All right, just gonna have a timer as well. So thank you everyone for coming today. And my name is Ramsey. I'm an admissions counselor for Cabot University, which is an American university in the heart of Rome. And I actually graduated from Cabot close to 4 years ago. So if you guys have any questions about either side of those things, just let me know. Yeah. So a few things to know right off the bat about us. We're a pretty small liberal arts institution. We're just over 1,000 students. Usually we're around 1,400 non-COVID times. Right now we're just over 1,000, but we do have students from over 70 countries. So it's a very multicultural environment. You're constantly meeting people from different backgrounds and experiences. And I think that's one of the most important things when you're going to a university. But as you can see, 15 to 1 student to professor ratio, you actually get to know your professors. I can tell you from my experience, that is also a crucial thing, is having that relationship with your professor, feeling comfortable in class. And we're American accredited. So it's just like earning a degree from any institution in the US. Of course, you can go to Cabot, get that American degree and come back to the US. But yeah, I'll touch on the campuses and the tuition and all of that. And if you guys are taking notes, I have a QR code at the end for you. But yeah, so a few things that kind of set us aside, I guess, from some other universities. I think that on-site learning and learning by doing can be summed up in experiential learning, which is, I'm sure you guys have heard that so much, but when you live in Rome, there's so many resources to use. And when you can learn about something in a textbook as much as you want, but if you can actually go outside a class and learn something through an experience, going to a museum or a talk or a showing or something, that actually sticks with you and you're not just remembering it for a test or something like that, because you learned it through an experience. So there's a lot of that going on at Cabot, so much to see in Rome and use, but it's an American style learning environment. So, all of those things are exactly the same. So curriculum, GPA, like everything is very Americanized, except of course we're in Rome. So kind of best of both worlds in my opinion. And our professors are from so many different backgrounds as well, PhDs in some of the best universities in the world. So a lot of them are in Rome specifically to be teaching at Cabot. So they're pretty dedicated to making it a special experience. Yeah. So COVID is definitely a thing, but Italy's doing all right. We think by fall 2021, we're going to be a lot better. Even this past fall and spring, we've been somewhat in person. So we've kind of had a hybrid model going, but yeah, high hopes for fall 2021. And we're being super lenient with refunds, with everything. But yeah, so we are a university. It's not just traveling to Rome and eating pizza and pasta. You will be studying, we have 14 majors and 19 minors. I studied communications when I was there. And we have a few academic support services. I definitely use the Writing Center quite a lot because you do a lot of writing in a liberal arts institution. But here's our list. We also have this list as minors with a few more like mathematics and philosophy. But yeah, if you guys have questions about specific majors, please let me know. So something big at John Cabot is our career services. We have partnerships with over 650 companies in and outside of Rome. And it's not just for business students or for, economics and finance, it's for all of our students because there's so many organizations in Rome. We have 3 career fairs every year where we invite some of these companies to the campus, and you can put yourself in that environment. Not only is it a professional environment, but an internationally professional environment. And I think nowadays almost every company is international. So yeah, it's good skills to learn, definitely skills you'll use on an everyday basis. But because we're not a giant school, we do put a lot into our student-led clubs and organizations. And we have clubs, I think it's what you bring to the table, but we have everything from, photography to fashion, newspaper club, theater society, grassroots. There's so many different things. So I think it's what you kind of bring. It's just like Rome, there's so many different things to do. So you got to find your little thing that you like doing. We do a lot of trips and activities as well. Again, going back to using our environment, we do day trips and even weekend trips to further places. We do have athletics. So soccer is our biggest team because it's, of course, it's Italy, it's football over there. But we also have basketball and volleyball and even cheerleading as well, and a few other of the smaller sports. Yeah, there's really, I always say it's pretty hard to be bored in Rome. So our tuition is just under 27,000. That's for the whole year, including the health insurance and the meal plan. Then we have our own need-based and merit-based scholarships. As you can see, over 85% of our students do receive a scholarship from us. And then we also take the FAFSA. So it's pretty few ways to kind of bring down that tuition. I am running out of time, I believe. So I'm just going to kind of brush through these pictures of the campus. Our campus is like an urban campus. So just a few buildings near each other in the heart of Rome. But within 3-4 minutes walking. But when you're outside the buildings, you're just in the streets of Rome, which is kind of the best part. Our Guarini building is our oldest building. We have our library and our auditorium here, a bunch of student lounge areas. There's a lot of places to sit on the roof at John Cabot. Our Tiber campus has our cafeteria, another short walk down the river. And then we also have an art studio specifically for our art students. I took my photography courses here, but if you're into painting or drawing or sculpting, Rome is a pretty artistic city. So we do have our own apartments, our own housing basically, but they are apartment style because you're in Europe. So it kind of feels like you're a local right away, which I liked. But all of them are 24-hour security. There's a few different locations, but they're all similar in that they're all apartments. One of the buildings has a full fitness gym at the bottom, place to do classes like yoga and things like that. So how to apply? It's just like applying to any other American institution. We are in the Common App, just your transcripts, letters of recommendation, personal essay, and an interview, most likely with me. And that's it. SATs and ACTs are optional for this year. But yeah, that's my time. Definitely, I would suggest following us on the socials because, just to see if you can picture yourself in that environment. Of course, it's very hard to visit Rome these days. So, visit it virtually. And if you wanted to scan that QR code, it just has everything that I was just talking about. So yeah, again, John Cabot University in Rome. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.
All right, awesome. And then last but certainly not least, we have University of East Anglia to bring us home here tonight.
Cheers, thank you very much. Brilliant. So my name is Graham Wise. I'm an international officer working for the University of East Anglia and also known as UEA. So UEA is a campus-based university and we are home to around 16,000 students, of which about 4,000 are international students. We're a very multicultural, very diverse, but ultimately a very welcoming university to international students. As you can see in the image here, we're a campus-based university. So all of our facilities are located on the one very site, which I'll go through with you in a moment. So just to give you a backdrop of UEA and the university, so we're a very highly ranked university, as you can see here, ranked in the top 25 and the top 200, so top 25 in the UK and the top 200 in the world. We also have a gold ranking for teaching excellence, so that was in the teaching excellence framework to assess the quality of teaching at UK universities. UEA was one of around, I think, 20 or so universities who achieved the gold award for TEF. So a really good recognition of the quality of teaching that goes on at UEA. So as I said, this is the campus. So it's an all-inclusive campus. So all of our facilities are located here. Our accommodation, which is actually guaranteed for international students in their first year of study, is located throughout the campus. There's lots of different options, both on and off campus, for students to choose if they want ensuite or private rooms or whatever they like. There's lots of great options there. We have a sports park on our campus as well, as you can see in the top of the campus here. Lots of indoor and outdoor sports that students can play, both competitively and non-competitively as well. We have a very kind of active, vibrant campus. So we have the street, which just has all like the restaurants and bank, and it's got cafes, all that kind of stuff. But it's also got a very active student union as well. So the student union, that's where all our clubs and societies are housed. So there's over 200 different clubs and societies students can join, ranging from sports societies to country-based societies, to anything really that you can imagine. We also have a live music venue on our campus as well, the LCR. So there really is something always going on at UEA and something for everyone. So one of the other areas on our campus I'd like to point out was the St. Centre of Visual Arts, located right at the end of our campus. It is an art gallery, which is free to enter for students. There's lots of exhibitions from all over the world. And it's also the headquarters of the Avengers. So you may have seen the St. Centre without actually realising it, but it was used in the Age of Ultron film for the Avengers. And it's something we like to tell people about, because it's quite cool to have the Avengers on our campus filming, and hopefully they'll return to UEA one day in the future. So just some less exciting things. So in terms of entry requirements, we run a very bespoke process at UEA. So we look for IBs or A-levels if you have those, but we'll also look for APs, typically around 3 APs. We also accept SATs and ACTs as well, and we have different requirements per course. So if you're interested in applying, then definitely check out our website for more information on what exact grades we require. Some of the courses will require you to undertake an interview, especially our health sciences courses, and applications, like with most of the universities in the UK, are made on UCAS. So where are we located? So we're in the city of Norwich, which is in the east of the UK. And we're about an hour and a half by train to London. The campus itself is about a 15-minute bus journey outside of the city, and we have an international airport in Norwich as well, so it's a very well-connected city. We're about 30 to 40 minutes from the closest beach, so it's really great way to get around, especially in the summer. It's a nice place to go to. There's lots of excellent entertainment, theatre, live music in Norwich. Is very, very student-friendly, student-welcoming city with lots going on. A great place to shop, and also we're often voted one of the safest cities in the UK. So again, a really kind of friendly, welcoming place for international students. So the programs that we offer, obviously, like with lots of the universities in the UK here, they'll be 3 years in length. We do have options though to extend your program to a 4-year option if you were to take a year abroad, or a placement year option. So definitely, if you're thinking of applying, make sure you have a little look on the website to see if the course you're applying to does have one of those options. Our programs are very flexible. Often in the first year, you'd have a very kind of core compulsory first year. As you move forward into your second and third year, you'll then have the option to choose lots of different modules, which kind of allows you to tailor the degree to your own area of interest. It's very cost effective studying in the UK, and obviously studying at UEA, as you can see here, the price is ranging from around £17,000 to £21,000 per year, but that's heavily discounted with scholarships for international students, especially from the US. And you can expect around 20 hours of contact time per week in your degree. Depends from subject to subject, but that's the kind of standard that you get. At UEA, we're best known for literature and creative writing, international development, and environmental sciences. We do have lots of other programs at the university that we offer. So just a few bits of extra information before I finish. So as I mentioned just briefly a moment ago, we have lots of generous scholarships for students in the US. So we have application-based scholarships ranging from £4,000 to £8,000 per year. And we also have a guaranteed scholarship for students in the US of £4,000 just for the first year. So you're guaranteed to be getting something if you're a student from the US applying to UEA. Accommodation, as I said before, is very cost effective. It really depends on where you want to live and what kind of a lifestyle you have. But prices range from around £80 to £150 per week if you're living on campus in your first year, which I'd highly recommend. As I said before, we're a very, very great social life at the university, and it's something we really pride ourselves on, creating that very welcoming and positive atmosphere. Lots of different clubs and societies you can join. Really recommend you doing that in your first year, just to help you integrate into life at UEA, make friends, and really help you to settle in your first few weeks of study. We are also FABCERT accredited as well, so you can apply for a loan there, which hopefully financially will make things a little bit easier for you. So that's everything I wanted to cover today. So if you did have any questions, obviously feel free to send a message now. Happy to answer those in the Q&A. If not, you can email me. My email address here, so it's g.wise@uea.ac.uk, or if you want to chat to a current ambassador, current student from the US at UEA, you can reach out to Nicole on this email address here. But yeah, that's all from me. So thank you very much for attending.
All right, awesome. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate the information and taking time out of your day to share a little bit more with our students. So it looks like we have about 5 minutes left of the time allotted for tonight's presentation. So if we don't mind, if we want to kind of go back in the order that we originally presented in, and if you all wouldn't mind just kind of sharing like a fun fact or something interesting that's unique to your institution. Our students really seem to enjoy those kind of quirky little fun facts that all colleges and universities have that really excite their students. So easiest way to do this, I guess, would be in the presentation order. So if we want to kind of go in that order and share a little bit about it. And students, if you have any questions during this time, please utilize that Q&A button at the bottom of your screen to ask our admissions representatives those questions that you have.
So a fact that I'm going to share about Cambridge is we have a pub in Cambridge called the Eagle Pub. And in this pub, it was where the discovery of DNA was announced in 1953.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so Essex, we have a cat called Pebbles, otherwise known as Campus Cat, and he was adopted by our Students' Union a few years ago and has since been very much a staple part of our campus. He's been seen in lectures and even has his own merchandise in our student shops. So he's sort of like a celebrity on campus, and he has his own social media, Facebook, Twitter too. So yeah, that's our fun fact about Essex.
Thanks. My fun fact is a little bit less quirky than the previous two, but I just wanted to mention that Cardiff University has the opportunity for every student to study a language, no matter what degree they're doing. So even if you're doing a degree in engineering, you can study Welsh if you want to. We have Mandarin, we have Arabic, we have lots of European languages, and definitely something to think about to enhance your time at Cardiff.
Okay, so fun fact about the American University of Paris, and this is something that I have not tried yet, but I really want to. Our athletics office offers parkour classes. So if you want to do that at campus, you have the option to do it. I've been too scared to try it, but it's something I really want to do.
Yeah, something about John Cabot, I think that's pretty great, is we're really right in the middle of Rome. You can walk to the Vatican, to the Trevi Fountain, to the Colosseum. Those are all walkable things, which I think is kind of rare, but cool.
So for UEA, I would kind of peeked in the presentation, already mentioned that the Avengers are filmed on our campus. So dropped the ball there, but I'd say actually relating to same presenter, we also had the Queen visit campus a couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago, opening up an art exhibition. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And I think the stage presenter in general, there's always kind of exciting things going on, people visiting. So that's probably my yeah, exciting or slightly different thing that happens on UEA's campus.
Awesome. Those are all really unique. Usually it's very quick, and it's something not too unique to their campus. So those were all really, really great. So it looks like we only have about a minute left. So we will kind of just allow for the room to hang out here for about 30 seconds or so until we meet our time. So again, thank you all for taking time out of your evening, day, morning, afternoon, whatever it may be, where you are all located. And just a few reminders for our students that the recording for this will be available in a few days on the StriveScan website, as well as some upcoming sessions throughout the rest of the spring and into the summer. So thank you all and have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you.